All right, so everyone's talking about this Andrew Tate guy, and honestly, I know little to nothing about him. I mean, I've seen pictures of him on social media, I've scrolled through TikTok and seen him say crazy stuff, but I just figured it was some guy who looked like Pitbull. I didn't know anything about him, so today my goal is to learn a little bit. I saw this awesome looking video from CoffeeZilla, and I figured it was a really good time to learn about this guy because everyone's talking about him. I might as well figure out what the deal is here, so I figured with that little background, let's jump right in and learn a little bit about this guy. And if you liked this video, make sure you actually like it and subscribe if you like this content. And we got the video right here. I guess it's worth a shot to watch. So let's check this out. Let's just jump right in.
Today, I'm getting a PhD from Hustler University, also known as Hustlerversity by those of us with the grind set. It's created by this guy.
I'm talking. You think you're smart? I bought this coin and it's going up. You could have bought any coin and it went up in the last year. The matrix was broken. Hustler University.
Okay, already off the bat, the first thing I'm realizing here is who would want to listen to someone not only who talks like that, but who has those weird sayings like that. I just, I don't know. I kind of find it weird. And if you're taking advice from someone like that, power to you.
It's the greatest thing that exists on the face of the planet for people who are trying to escape the matrix. Become Hustlers University. Welcome to the metaverse.
What's his fascination with the Matrix? It's already been twice in one short amount of time, 24 seconds into this video, he's talking about the Matrix. This is kind of weird.
Inject it into your brain. You can skip university, you can buy my program, and I guarantee
you can't.
You'll know everything you need to know. Have you ever seen a college professor with an S-53 and a McLaren and a Lambo and an Aston Martin standing next to a Porsche? No, you've never seen any of this.
Of course you've never seen any of this because the salary gauge is nowhere near anything like that. He's using the worst analogy ever to sell a course, which, by the way, courses are terrible unless they are for an actual hard skill. Most courses that are out there, like these hustler grind set courses, yada, 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 they are the biggest load of bullshit.
I know how to make...
No, you don't.
Wondering why I'm enrolling in a college that looks
don't.
like it was started by the son of Mr. Worldwide? It's actually quite simple. Hustleversity was started by Andrew Tate, a guy that basically no one knew about until 6 months ago, and is now somehow more searched than Mr. Beast, Kanye West, or most shocking of all, even the Island Boys, who
Why?
I thought would have a career forever. But such are the tides of fame, I suppose. And I guess the real question is, how did this happen and why? Well, Andrew attributes his meteoric success to a change in business strategy.
I put together a particular strategy about 6 months ago because I decided to step up.
Okay, we're not going to comment on the fact that when he's talking in these things, he's given like the craziest stare. Like literally, this is him. He's staring right into you, look like he's about to like kill you or something. That's just freaky enough. If anyone did this to me, I would feel extremely, extremely uncomfortable.
My overall exposure because of a new product I launched. I run an online school that teaches people how to make money online. I changed my approach towards social media, and I ended up absolutely everywhere.
Now, see, the problem is I was in this field for a little bit of time doing personal finance content on TikTok, and I used to run into so many people like this, and I couldn't stand it. They're selling this bag of snake oil about running or like getting rich, and all it is, and the unfortunate thing before I even say all it is, the unfortunate thing is there's people that buy into this crap, like so many people, and that's what makes people like Andrew Tate a lot of money, because people like this exist. And the thing is, they're selling nothing. They're selling a grind set culture. They're selling the idea which you hear about online. You hear about it through YouTube. You hear about it through TikTok. You don't need to buy a course to have it. But let's see. I mean, Andrew, this guy, CoffeeZilla, apparently bought the course. So I'm kind of interested to see about it.
If you're wondering what business strategy that is, or even what business this guy's in, turns out he's one of these male success gurus who will be your surrogate father essentially for a fee. And the program he runs is called Hustleversity, where he teaches you how to make fast money if you'll only pay $50.
Oh, get rich quick schemes.
Fast money methods turns out to be selling Hustleversity to new people by posting clips of him.
So a pyramid scheme.
And because of this, it kind of created this pyramid scheme where there was a flood of TikTok videos and biased reviews saying that Andrew Tate is the one true savior that will save you from poverty. He's basically Morpheus from the Matrix, and that's not even me calling him
Sounds more like Morbius to me, not Morpheus.
That he calls himself that.
I get called Morpheus a lot. We are living inside of the Matrix, and I am Morpheus.
What is this theme about the Matrix?
He says he wants to wake you from your mental prisons, all by selling you a program that sounds like what high school dropouts used to put as their education status on Facebook. Attended the School of Hard Knocks and graduated Hustleversity with a PhD. Wait, you're a doctor? No, that's the pimping hose degree, which is something, by the way, I didn't make up. It's a course that Andrew Tate himself sells. But I don't think you want to take advice from someone who's in the middle of a human invest.
Police raid maggot king of toxic masculinity and human trafficking investigation. Let's see. Andrew Tate, human trafficking. That's interesting. Who's Andrew Tate and how to become popular? Police raid Andrew Tate. Okay, so this is like one of the only articles right here inside the violent misogynistic. Let's just see what this is all about here really quickly. Romanian police raided the home of the prominent pro-Trump online personality Andrew Tate this month as part of a human trafficking investigation, bringing new attention to Tate's ties to leading figures in the American MAGA movement. Before April 11th raid, Tate was best known as a kickboxer and vocal Trump supporter in the online far right. Okay. On social media, Tate portrayed himself as a wealthy cigar-smoking playboy, prompting one admirer to dub him the king of toxic masculinity. Okay, so, but what happened? I feel like they're not even talking about it. Video from the raid shows police officers armed with rifles miling across his sport cars with neon Tate logo in the background. Let's see. No one has been charged or arrested yet, but this investigation is ongoing. Okay, that's kind of all I needed to say. I guess I'll learn more about it later.
Investigation. And that's not even to mention accusations of beating women or him allegedly admitting that one of his businesses was, quote, a total scam. But none of this is
all of them are
100,000 people from signing up for Hustleversity, which at $50 a month nets him $5 million a month, despite it being a repackaged version of the same male guru grift that we've seen over 100 times, like Tom Vu, John Crestani, Dan Locke, Grant Cardone. Need I go on? What's the difference with Tate? See, despite his alleged criminality, toxicity, psychopathy, Andrew does have one undeniable skill that seems to be responsible for most or all of his success so far. He's just really entertaining.
I hate everyone equally. Don't come at me and call me sexist or racist or any of these things. I hate everyone. I don't care if you're black, white, straight, gay, man, and woman. I hate you anyway. Do know how to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. If you're
what?
Some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't really know you.
Is that lady putting you back and rearrange your bones? Why is he missing for a full hour straight, bro?
I have a lot of muscle. It's painful to carry around.
Oh my God, why is he getting massaged?
Modern influencers are slowly learning that we live in a post-consequence world with people like Jake Paul running around just serially scamming people and nothing happening to them. People are starting to realize that the only real currency is attention. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen to you is not that you go to jail. The worst thing that's going to happen to you is you become irrelevant. And this is what separates Andrew Tate from a lot of the fake gurus I've covered in the past and makes him much more effective and maybe dangerous at what he does. And in that way, he's got more in common with someone like Alex Jones.
We're gonna beat your ass. You just get that through your stinking traitorous heads.
Then he does.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Alex Jones has some funny content. Kind of, it looks like it's like the same as Andrew Tate. His stuff is just funny. Like, obviously, he's trying to be serious, and that's the most pathetic part about all of it. But it's just funny because I hate people like this.
With someone like Dan Locke or Grant Cardone, both Jones and Tate operate sort of on this playbook where entertainment is king. They say a bunch of outlandish statements that builds attention, and then once they're the crazy guy, all they have to do is say a few basic things that everyone agrees with, and then their audience suddenly thinks they're a genius. I mean, everyone has seen this with Alex Jones, right? You have modern philosopher Joe Rogan seemingly saying that he predicts everything.
Alex is right about far more than he's wrong.
when in reality, Alex Jones is predicting everything sort of all the time. So of course he's going to be right some of the time. And it's sort of the same with Tate. He says so much. Like in one segment, he'll say something outlandish like men should be able to cheat on women, but it doesn't work the other way around because that's disgusting.
First off, wait, hold on.
Let's not pretend that male loyalty and female loyalty are the same thing.
Loyalty is loyalty.
But they're not the same thing, are they? However, I would not see my infidelity as nearly anywhere near even 1% as disgusting as female infidelity.
And
Okay, that's just straight up not true. That is like, oh my God. I guess this is the thing, and this is what he goes for, because he must go for these comments, because there is no way that they are like different. They're the same thing. Infidelity is infidelity, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman. It's not even about equality or anything like that. It's just straight up, if you're a cheater, you're a fucking horrible human. It doesn't matter who you are, what gender you are, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. It's just, if you do it, you are a terrible fucking human. I hate this guy now. I absolutely hate this guy.
and he knows that's going to get him clicks and piss people off. But then we'll say,
Yeah, like me.
segment, right?
See, I'm falling for it.
Oh, I believe in true love between a man and a woman. I believe there should be more love.
I think relationships are a beautiful thing. I think that the synergy between men and women are a beautiful thing if they are correctly collaborated. I think that that's what makes society function. I think that's what makes the world function. I think
Okay, he looks like an axe murderer. And I think I'm realizing it now more than ever because I just hate this guy now after those comments. But he just looks like a straight up axe murderer mixed with Pitbull. It's like if any axe murderer had a baby with Pitbull, this would be him.
I think that men and women falling in love and having
Like just
children
fucking Iceman.
are very, very beautiful things.
Well, who doesn't agree with that? And he'll talk to like men's issues. He'll talk about how lonely men are.
Most men are absolutely and utterly invisible. This is the truth about masculinity, right? It's very easy for women to sit here and complain about the top 2% of men because I met with this guy, he's arrogant, blah, 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 blah. Most men don't even exist. They send 10,000 DMs and never even get read, let alone replied to.
And so this makes it so that the many people who are trying to say, Andrew's just crazy, they don't see the full con that he's running because the crazy is only half of the game. Because eventually people hear the other half, the basic stuff that's obvious, and go, well, he's not totally crazy. And people just eventually kind of go down the Tate rabbit hole where they think, maybe I can leave the Matrix and get girls, jets, and Bugattis. Maybe I just need to become financially free. How do I do it? Who's looking out for me? And that's where hustle versus enters the picture.
Oh,
Look,
God.
I know we just covered a lot, right? But to understand this next part, to understand hustleversity, it requires a deep understanding of Andrew Tate's appeal. So we can see why hustleversity is on the one hand so popular, despite being so bad. Because otherwise, this whole video is anticlimactic and confusing. Because when I first joined hustleversity, I thought it's got to be different, right? To have this many people paying every month, they have to have things that you just can't learn for free, right?
See, that's the thing. Yeah, and it's even saying wrong here. That's the thing about these courses. They try to pitch something so unique, so different, but you're already getting it. If you're watching finance content on YouTube or TikTok, you're not getting anything different than what you learn in a paid course. You're getting the same stuff, just packaged up. It's like putting lipstick on a fucking pig. I hate this stuff. Oh my God, I'm getting heated.
Once again, I'm disappointed because I joined this month and have been going through the classes, which is basically all of the same boring topics all of these guys teach about money. It's
all of them.
Surface level stuff. He assigns a so-called professor to each skill, and all of this takes place inside of Discord servers. And so in these chat rooms where your instructors have a fraction of the charisma of Tate, you're supposed to commit yourself to these skill sets, which are super surface level because, of course, this all appeals to the lowest common denominator men who think answers can come from TikTok videos. And this is where it starts to hit you as you're scrolling through Discord threads that this kind of was all a big bait and switch. I mean, think about it. You've been told you're going to escape the Matrix. You're going to take the red pill. But what you end up doing in this course is sort of learning how to run an Amazon side hustle for Jeff Bezos.
But that's the thing, is you could learn this stuff by literally typing it into YouTube. Like, I bet you if I looked right now, I could find a million videos about how to run Amazon FBA. for beginners. Look, right here, Amazon FBA for beginners. Let's see how many videos. One 40 minutes, one 11 minutes, one, let's see, 32 minutes in 4K, one 7 minutes, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Look, the list goes on. There is a million people selling this stuff. Or not selling, let me rephrase. There's a million people doing this stuff on YouTube completely free. And I'm sure their content is great. And then if they're selling a course on top of it to be like, oh, but there's extra, well, fuck you for that. But the point I'm making here is you could get this stuff completely free. And if that's what they're doing in a Discord server that you're paying $50 a month for, you're getting ripped off.
No offense, you're not breaking the matrix. You work for the richest guy in the world. Like, imagine Morpheus gives Neo the red pill and says, hey, have you ever day traded before? It doesn't stop there either. Like, you've been told you're going to be rich, right?
Guarantee you will make money with this system. Hold on tight. We're about to get rich.
But Hustlers University sort of changes the rules and definitions once you're inside. Like, they have this cash quadrant of time and cash where you're either time poor or cash poor, time rich, cash poor, cash rich, time poor. You get the idea. And what they define cash rich as is very telling. They define it as having $5,000, which by that definition, guys, I'm proud to say I'm cash rich. Now, guys, look, having $5,000 is great, but you ain't rich, right? The lifestyle we've been sold on here is exotic Bugattis, not...
Oh my God. I feel like we all know someone in our local group who posts pictures like this, that it's not even their car and they try to sell you something. There's one everywhere you go. There's one per customer, but, oh man, this stuff just makes me cringe. I want to make a totally separate video about this stuff because I did personal finance stuff on TikTok and I saw a lot of this. I'd love to make a video talking about that. So if you want to hear that, love to see that in the comments, or if you like this video, that'd be great, yada, yada. But, oh man, I hate this so much.
Extra Starbucks biscottis. I mean, am I crazy here? Like, I feel like most people who join this Discord want olive Lamborghinis and they're sort of getting Olive Garden fettuccine. And this weird disconnect is everywhere, where Andrew Tate is practically screaming how great Hustlers University is on the one hand.
Hustlers University is the greatest thing that exists on the face of the planet for people who are trying to escape the matrix.
And yet, if you look at their own success screenshots that they provide, their students are getting at best like very part-time income. Like there's screenshots of $400 a month, maybe $2,000 a month. And those
okay, $2,000 a month from doing this, that's not horrible, especially if this is your side hustle. But if you're only making like $443 a month and then you're paying $50 a month, yeah, you're still profiting like $400 almost, but at what expense? And I'm sure obviously it will change time by time depending on how long you stick with this stuff, but really it ultimately depends on you. And again, you can find this stuff online for free without paying some dickhead like this any kind of money.
The examples they chose, which I'm not knocking the people who are doing this, like good for them. But unless you consider being cash rich, having $5,000 total in your bank account, then this course doesn't seem to be getting people rich. It just teaches lost guys extremely basic skills that are free to learn, but charges them $50 a month for it so they can feel like they're escaping the matrix by working for Jeff Bezos. And this all brings us kind of back to the real reason for the success of Hustlers University, which is, of course, Tate himself. But the irony is that once you join the university, you barely see Tate at all. He claims to be teaching the secrets to modern wealth creation, but the reality is, from what I saw, he was too busy marketing to actually be present in the Discord. And instead, you just had all these random people teaching you like e-commerce or freelancing or copywriting and investing. And this is kind of one of the reasons that I struggled to get good screenshots to show you guys from inside the course, because it was so boring and bland. And that's why I decided to finally cancel my plans to become cash rich.
Good.
And that's when I found out about the last trick Tate uses to get you to stay.
Anyone who messes this up, annoys a professor, doesn't renew their subscription, their card cancels, anything stupid, then you're going to regret it for a very long time because there's simply nowhere else to go.
That's right. They tell you.
Let me show you. Again, Amazon FBA for beginners. For Christ's sakes, you could go to my YouTube channel if you really wanted and learn about how to do web design and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not big or anything like that, but you could literally learn about that stuff here for free. If you wanted to look up how to, I don't know, drop ship, you could find countless videos of it. So just shut up.
Tell you there's nowhere else to go besides Hustlers University. This is the only place where you're going to learn not to be broke. And even the people who want to be part of it and simply don't have the money, Tate has told them that there's no second chances. They're going to go back in the Matrix if they miss a single payment.
I had done subscribe to get my mother a birthday present, but I resubscribed the next month. I don't believe that. I don't believe you. And I also think if you were a member of Hustlers University for a month and you didn't make enough money to buy your mother a birthday present, you fucked up. So you're probably going to end up kicked out.
Like, their two responses are, that's not true. And even if it is, it's your fault anyways, which I find amazing. It couldn't be the program, right, guys? And you have to understand that for the people actually in the course, they're like deathly afraid of missing a payment because they've been told that if they do, guess where they're going? That's right, straight back in the Matrix. In jail, they call it.
This sounds more like a cult than it even does a group or university thing or whatever. This is just weird.
And you'll see we have people in jail. So people who don't renew, we don't kick you out. We put you in the jail and you sit there in your cell and you have no access to the money-making information. And we just flood you with all the endless wins. Every time someone wins, we show you.
I mean, Andrew Tate hasn't reinvented anything. He's just doing it more successfully than a lot of fake gurus have in a while. But the result is the same as ever, where the real person getting rich, truly rich, is Andrew Tate.
You're wrong. You're f***ing poor.
All right, please, I'm very sick of this pit bull looking guy. Okay, well, now I know who Andrew Tate is, I guess. I kind of wish I could take back the, 22 minutes that we've been watching this, because now I'm just kind of pissed off. I've seen a lot of people like this in the day when I was doing TikTok content, and I just can't stand this stuff. It's another Tai Lopez. It's another snake oil salesman. I'm sick of these people. We're never going to see the end of them. They're going to continue to exist forever. They're like just leeches in society. And here's another one. Here's another one that everyone's talking about, so guess I'm feeding into the problem by making a video about him, but whatever. I gotta make content somewhere, somehow, you know? Anyway, if you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button on it and subscribe if you want to stay up to date. I was thinking about doing a video on Phoenix Jones. I heard a lot about him, and I figured it would be great to do the same sort of thing that I'm doing here, just about him. So if you like the sound of that, make sure you're subscribed. Either I'll have it out already at this time, or it'll be coming out soon. But you don't want to miss it because I'm going to be reacting to it. And in the future, I'll be doing other stuff. So, you know, look out for that. Anyway, with that out of the way, I'm just upset that I know who this guy is now, and I'm going to go cry about it in bed. So peace out.